Coming up tonight on your 19 News, we get an inside look at how the White House celebrates the Christmas season. We'll have that and more at 11:10 Central. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, on this Giving Tuesday, Bay College hosts a free holiday concert with the city band while at the same time collecting donations. Plus, we have more highlights from the technology showcase at the state capitol with students from across Michigan displaying their own projects. And the White House unveils a bold new plan to give every child in America a financial head start beginning next year. We'll add the details. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Hello everyone, hope you're enjoying the evening here, and we're looking at chance of some snow showers around the area for tonight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies as the front goes through, setting off some snow showers into tomorrow. Lake effect bands, particularly east of Marquette. We'll just get some scattered light snow from Marquette itself, and a few inches possible in some of the heavier bands east over towards Sault Ste. Marie. More details coming up later in the show.
Tom, thank you very much. In Escanaba, Bay College celebrated Giving Tuesday with a holiday concert and donation drive. The city band performed a selection of classic Christmas songs in the Bessie Theater. In place of an admission fee, attendees were asked to bring a donation for one of several local charities. As the community's college, Bay believes it is important to support organizations that are making a difference.
Doing a free concert for everyone is just a wonderful way to give back, and we're supporting our local band, which I believe has been playing for over 100 years now, so super cool to welcome them back onto campus. Just doing something free for our community to help spread the joy and the season of giving.
Nonprofits represented included the Salvation Army and the Bay College Food Pantry. The Business Professionals of America collected coats for those in need, while the EMT Paramedic Club raised funds for local veterans and hosted an angel tree. This Giving Tuesday, organizations are making efforts to raise awareness and support for their local nonprofits. At Provisions Marquette this morning, Grow and Lead hosted Pour It Forward in light of Give 906, the Giving Tuesday program covering the Upper Peninsula. This included networking opportunities for these groups to share their experiences. During the event, the Lake Superior Village Youth and Family Center received a $500 check from NMU for its community efforts.
It cuts costs so much when volunteers come in and volunteer time or donations. Today's been very eventful, very good for connection and partnerships, and it was a very big surprise to get a check.
2025 marks 10 years of Give 906. With the support on this day of celebration, these partnerships have been able to expand their impressions across the UP. Michigan students packed the state capitol today to show off the technology projects they're building in their own classrooms. The annual Student Technology Showcase featured robots, coding challenges, engineering builds, and digital media projects, all created and led by students from across the state. One group highlighted its work bringing STEM lessons into elementary schools using simple challenges to teach younger students about problem solving and engineering. Organizers say the event shows how hands-on learning and student-led technology are transforming classrooms in every corner of Michigan.
But we're sharing the current tools of technology that we found to be helpful and what it can look like in actual real-life use.
We have more about those projects from the students who designed them on our website, WZMQ19.com. President Trump announced what he is calling a trust fund for every American child starting next 4th of July. These Invest America or Trump accounts are tax-deferred savings tools under a provision in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. They're available to all children under 18 with a Social Security number. Anyone, family, friends, philanthropies can contribute up to $5,000 a year. The government will also provide one-time seed contributions of $1,000 to babies born between January 1st of 2025 and 2028.
Trump account should grow to be worth many thousands of dollars by the time the child is 18 and even more by the time they are 20 or even 30 years old. We think it's going to be something really unique and really special.
We believe the smartest investment that we can make is an investment in children.
Michael and Susan Dell announced they're contributing more than $6 billion to Invest America. They're giving $250 to the accounts of 25 million children under age 10 in zip codes where the median household income is $150,000 a year or less. Since early September, there have been over 20 targeted strikes on alleged drug-carrying vessels in the Caribbean and Pacific. As the death toll from the Trump administration's targeted attacks to combat drug trafficking nears triple digits, scrutiny and calls for oversight are increasing on Capitol Hill. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon has the latest from Washington, D.C.
The White House confirmed Monday that the U.S. carried out a second strike on an alleged drug-running vessel in early September, killing survivors of an initial strike in the Caribbean. It's an action some lawmakers and legal analysts warn could rise to the level of a war crime.
The Pentagon's own Department of Defense law manual on the law of war literally says that, quote, orders to fire upon the shipwreck will be clearly illegal.
The White House pushing back on those concerns Monday.
Presidentially designated narco-terrorist groups are subject to lethal targeting in accordance with the laws of war. The president has a right to take them out if they are threatening the United States of America and if they are bringing illegal narcotics that are killing our citizens at a record rate, which is what they are doing.
Pressure is building on Capitol Hill, with committees in the House and Senate starting inquiries into the reported second strike. Leaders of the House Armed Services Committee sharing a joint statement saying in part, quote, we take seriously the reports of follow-on strikes on boats alleged to be ferrying narcotics in the Southcom region and are taking bipartisan action to gather a full accounting of the operation in question.
I'm sure Congress has a right to look at it. I don't know how much of the tape should be released because I'm not sure how much is sensitive with regard to national security.
Shredders may be going. Evidence may be destroyed. We need to demand that it be preserved. And there's no indication that we're going to see an effective, prompt, penetrating investigation.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Tom DeVecchio has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, we have an inside look at how the White House celebrates Christmas. And next year is expected to set records with the amount of cruise passengers anticipated heading out to sea. We'll have more on that when we come back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture. Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Walk. Run. Roll. Into an all-new Kelly. That is amazing. The holidays are here, y'all.
Finding Mr. Christmas is a show that I created, and I actually used you to pitch it.
Are you going to find me a Mr. Christmas? Spend your holidays at the Kelly Clarkson Show. Get ready. Yes.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS. Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
My family's been in business for 70 plus years. We really needed to stress that this is not just a running store. Our running shoes are good for everybody.
It's about the people out in the community who are in the workforce. All those people really benefit from the proper footwear and structure that a running shoe can provide.
They might come in limping, almost like a miracle, walk out of here dancing. It's more than shoes. There's a caring that doesn't exist in a lot of businesses anymore.
The Short List, a countdown show that's all sports. See the greatest names and the greatest games in all sports. Sports fans love it, and you will too. That's The Short List, only from SSN, the Cindy Sports Network.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather.
Hello, everyone. As we check things out for tomorrow, temperatures typical UP cold here in December with mid to upper 20s, and some of that lake effect will be kicking in on the northwest flow. Snow probabilities, though, for Marquette look fairly low. You're not in the best setup for some lake effect on that flow. Most of it will be farther toward the east. And Futurecast, again, showing as we go through the balance of tonight, front goes through and make it a quick inch from that front before daybreak. But the lake effect, the winds are more north-northwest. Not a good setup really for anywhere west of Munising. So we'll get a little bit of snow here and there, but the better bands will be from Newberry towards Sault Ste. Marie. Now, as we go toward the balance of Wednesday night, the winds shift more west. So it's a west-northwest flow. More fetch, more moisture, better chances of snowfall. Again, getting close to Marquette. Want to watch Wednesday night, but I think the main bands will stay just to your north and east and go from Munising out towards Sault Ste. Marie once again. Newberry, this is where we'll get the lion's share of the heavier snow. And, of course, along the shores of Lake Superior there, on the west side from Eagle Harbor into Ironwood. Those have the best areas of getting a little bit more significant snowfall. Things tend to taper off as we head on toward Thursday as the winds shift once again out of the southwest and cut off some of that lake effect. How much snow do we expect from now through the end of the day Thursday? As we said, heaviest amounts here. Sault Ste. Marie could get 6 to 8. Munising and areas near you locally maybe up to 7, 8, or 9 inches along the shores here of Lake Superior to the west. Maybe locally up to 4, perhaps 5 inches, but the majority of you getting 1 to 3 inches here along the Wisconsin border. That's what we're seeing here. And Marquette itself, I don't think we'll get more than an inch for you in the grand scheme of things. Newberry, you could get about 4. Escanaba, like Marquette, getting less than an inch. So the winds, again, mainly out of the southwest, going northwest as we head on toward Wednesday. And there's a bit of a more westerly shift into Thursday that will move those bands. Still looking at below average temperatures as we head on over the next 7 days. So that cold air and potential for more lake effect will continue into next week. So for Wednesday, we'll have for Marquette, generally mostly cloudy skies, chance of snow, better chances off toward the east, and very cold for Thursday and Friday, a few snow showers as well.
Tom, thank you again. A powerful winter storm is bringing the first major snowfall of the season to parts of the Northeast. Residents in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and upstate New York woke up to icy roads and slick conditions as snow blanketed the region. Several accidents were reported in Ohio, including this one along Interstate 80 that sent a car hurling off the road and into the woods. The fast-moving storm also dumped heavy snow in southern Indiana and central Kentucky.
Remember, traveling when you don't have to in severe storms put first responders in harm's way, like law enforcement and EMTs. While on the road, you can prevent crashes by slowing down. If there's snow, ice, slush, sleet, you shouldn't be going faster than you normally do. You should be going slower.
A record 3.5 inches of snow fell near Kansas City International Airport, while most of the metro area got between 2 to 4 inches. Forecasters project up to 12 inches of snow could pile up across New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Maine over the next few days. This year's White House Christmas theme is Home is Where the Heart Is. Decorations throughout the White House shares that theme, like the Green Room celebrates the playfulness and imagination that makes a house a home, and the Blue Room honors the courage and sacrifice of Gold Star families. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp shares how celebrating this holiday at the People's House has changed throughout the years.
Navigating through the various rooms of the White House plays to this year's theme, Home is Where the Heart Is. It highlights how homes carry their own traditions, but shared values bind us together. The White House Historical Association says celebrating the holiday season has gone through a lot of change throughout the decades and administrations.
First 100, 150 years, Christmas celebrations were fairly simple. modest even.
The biggest change in decorating for the holidays happened after World War II.
It's sort of the post-World War II, you have the rise of the suburbs, you have people moving into homes, there's more disposable income after World War II, and it kind of becomes part of this larger cultural shift. First lady to really, I would say, decorate the White House like we see it today was First Lady Mamie Eisenhower. And she loved all holidays. Mrs. Kennedy, who introduces the idea of a theme, she introduces the Nutcracker theme during the first Kennedy White House Christmas. And then it's sort of continued to snowball since then, where First Ladies select a theme, and then they try to weave that theme throughout the entire operation of all these different decorations. Mrs. Reagan often relied on an old-fashioned Christmas or old-fashioned American Christmas. She was very nostalgic about it. Laura Bush, it was very important after September 11th, 2001. Her Christmas theme was Home for the Holidays, and it was really sort of about those, the importance of having family and community together, which was particularly, significant after 9/11.
The White House says this season also invites us to reflect on the blessings we share. At the White House, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
AAA projects cruising will set passenger records this year and in 2026. A segment that's growing quickly, Expedition Cruises venturing to far-off lands and seas for once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Wendy Gillette hopped aboard a couple of ships to explore the trend.
Mika and Kaylee Leitinen, who live in San Francisco, recently spent part of their honeymoon aboard an EcoVentura luxury expedition yacht, exploring the Galapagos Islands' diverse wildlife and nature.
Well, there's a lot of cool things you can do on your honeymoon, but this is one of those bucket list things.
The fact that it's so pristine is pretty remarkable.
The couple joined more than a dozen other passengers on the small ship in Ecuador, making friends during the week aboard. Snorkeling among playful sea lions and observing nursing pups, dozens of bird species, and islands filled with iguanas and tortoises.
You can be so close of the animals because they are no scared of you.
Expedition cruising is the fastest growing sector of the industry. Statista projects 578,000 passengers in 2027, more than double 2018's 242,000. Americans venturing to the Galapagos often make Ecuador's capital, Quito, their first stop, where a stay at the JW Marriott offers 8 restaurants and a large pool and spa. Some heading further south book the Ritz-Carlton in Santiago, Chile, one of the hotels where we stayed for a special rate, a gateway to one of the most remote places on Earth, Antarctica. National Geographic partners with Lindblad for cruises that skip the notoriously rough Drake Passage at the tip of South America, instead flying to Antarctica to embark on the newly refurbished Orion, one of the ships we were invited aboard.
The journeys are also shorter, typically 8 days instead of 12 or longer, making them more accessible for those who have less time to travel.
For most passengers, the cruise is a once-in-a-lifetime visit to the 7th continent, making it a special place for this Maryland couple to tie the knot.
You are now and forever one.
Look around. I mean, this is such a magical place. We couldn't imagine a better place to get married.
There are also polar plunges, penguin photo ops, and a crew gathering data to better understand a region more Americans are now seeing for themselves.
The cost of expedition cruises is considerable. 7-night EcoVentura cruises start at around $10,000 a person. The Lindblad journey to Antarctica is priced at just under $12,000 a person. Mike Ludlam has your sports highlights after the break. He'll start with high school basketball with Escanaba taking on Negaunee. We're back in 2 minutes.
We are here around the clock in all weather. This isn't a job, it's a symphony. Mending hope, stocking the shelf, and being distant when we need to be. Understanding feelings. We don't have all the answers, but we're always present. Your home away from home in medical crisis. And your support brings warmth and comfort to families in need. Please donate today and help us make it home.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I had a brain aneurysm in the year 2000 here. No one was going to hire someone that had a disability or whatever. I went through a program here at Goodwill well over 20 years ago, and they hired me as soon as I was able to come back to work. They hired many people with disabilities and stuff and get them back into the workforce. My favorite thing I work at Marquette Goodwill is just interacting with the people. It's great atmosphere here and great people here. Goodwill treats everyone really good. So it's like a second chance almost, I was going to say. It really gets you back on your feet.
Shop and donate to your local Goodwill.
Good evening, everyone. The boys' high school basketball season enters its second night of action, and we found the game with two new coaches as Escanaba visited Negaunee. 2000 Negaunee state champion basketball player and former NMU player Bill Hill faces Escanaba's new coach. His name is Jake Berlinski. We'll pick it up in quarter number one. Escanaba trouble with the press. Ethan Gauthier over to Easton Gannett. Tristan Slater will drive after a nice fake. Not quite on the shot, but Gauthier is there to put it back up and in. Also later in the first quarter for the Eskimos, Lenny Peacock a little wide with his shot, but Trevin Starr battles for the board and puts it up and in. Negaunee had a 13-12 lead after 8 minutes. To the second, Easton Gannett heads down the lane. Nice pass to Tristan Slater for the layup. Then Escanaba turns defense into instant offense. Braden Cooper with the steal, and he's going to put this one down with authority. His second slam of the first half, but Negaunee had a really good third quarter, and the Miners go on to win this one 54-35. Let's go over to Westwood, where one of the top players in the UP, Ethan Marta, and the Patriots taking on the Hancock Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs having trouble with tight defense, and Ethan Marta will cruise and put it up and in to get things going for the red, white, and blue. Next sequence. Long ball, not quite, but Caden Balzerini gets the rebound, puts that one up and in. Hancock was rather flustered with Westwood's pressure defense, another steal. Eventually that leads Damian Grons to Marta for two more, and he ended up with 32 in the contest. Hancock only scored one basket in the first quarter. Andrew Aho, Crew Casario, Gage Chanoweth back to Casario, and this triple will find the mark. But the Patriots had a 21-3 advantage after one. They cruised to a 63-20 victory to raise their record to 2-0 after a win last night at West Iron County. The Bulldogs only have 7 players on the varsity and just one senior. To the scores, Gladstone bounces back from a double overtime loss last night and turns back Iron Mountain 51-38. It was Munising taking down Gwynn 54-38. Lakeland and Hubble 7 better than Ewan Trail Creek 59-52. Chassell 75, Watersmeet 55. North Dickinson no trouble with Mid-Peninsula 57-18. Superior Central 57, Hannahville 42. And in the Eastern UP, it was Gaylord over St. Ignace 67-33, Sheboygan all over Rudyard 68-30, and Harper Lake Christian down Brimley 50-36. Turning to high school hockey, Marquette made the trip north to the Calumet Coliseum tonight to take on the Copper Kings, and number 17 Seth Sandstrom will wrist it over the Calumet goaltender right there, Bo Jukery. And that was a 1-0 lead for Marquette about halfway through the first period. Calumet will get the equalizer with about 2 minutes remaining. Bob Locust buries his first of the season past Parker Nevenhoven. In the second period, Calumet had a 3-1 lead. However, Marquette would come back, and this one would end in a tie at 3. Turning to the hockey scoreboard, the Jeffers Jets down to Kingsford 5-1, and it was Hancock taking care of Manistee 8-0. To the NHL, the Red Wings, the Boston Bruins, the first period, and James Van Riemsdyk will score on a wrister, and that gets Detroit out in front 1-0, almost 7 minutes into the first. And Detroit would not stop scoring in the first, as they will get another one as Mo Sider scores on the wrister from Patrick Kane and Alex DeBrincat, and it's 2-0 Rings. To the Wings, to the second period. DeBrincat will get one in as he snaps that one home, and Detroit is up by 3. Boston scored 2 to make it a lot more interesting. Then Ben Sherratt will connect from Larkin and Lucas Raymond. Detroit leads 4-2, and Boston made it closer, but Detroit would hang on to get the victory by the count of 5-4. Michigan State introduced new head football coach Pat Fitzgerald this afternoon. Fitzgerald will be the 27th head coach in MSU history. He takes over for Jonathan Smith, who was fired after 2 seasons. Fitzgerald won 110 games during his 17 seasons at Northwestern and guided the Wildcats to 10 bowl games, 5 AP top 25 finishes, and a pair of appearances in the Big Ten football championship game in 2018 and 2020.
Spartan Stadium has always been an incredibly challenging place to play. I know firsthand. I don't want to talk about a lot of those games. We'll leave those alone. But what jumps out so much is the pride and the people and the commitment and the resources to compete at the highest level. And I'm here because I believe deeply in what we can build together.
I wanted a coach who was a proven winner, a coach of integrity and intensity, someone with a formula for success on the field and a plan of attack in a continually evolving landscape. Someone who could effectively and efficiently use the resources they were provided. Fit was also important as we set out on this search. Someone who understands the Big Ten and has relationships through the Midwest.
Fitzgerald was named 2018 Big Ten Coach of the Year, and in 2020 he won the Dodd Trophy Coach of the Year award after leading the Wildcats to a number 10 national ranking and a win in the Citrus Bowl over Auburn. Well, of course, naturally, when Michigan State has a basketball game with a new football coach, there he is getting introduced before the contest against Iowa. First half, Jordan Scott will be underneath, and he will eventually get that one to fall, and the Spartans have a 16-10 lead over the Hawkeyes. Next, Jordan Scott will have a lot less trouble getting this shot to go for 3, and the Spartans lead 23-10. Jeremy Fears Jr. will drive the lane, toss it over to, too late. Cohen Carr doesn't know his cues anymore, but heck, if you're going to slam it home, you don't need to wait for sportscasters. Michigan State in the second half allows a basket here by Bennett Sturtz. He led the Hawkeyes with 14 points, but as you can tell, the Spartans still comfortably in the lead. Another slam coming up here for Cohen Carr, and he ended up with 15 points, and the Spartans go on to win 71-52. They host Duke on Saturday, and we will be right back.
Walk, run, roll. Into an all-new Kelly.
That is amazing.
The holidays are here, y'all.
Finding Mr. Christmas is a show that I created, and I actually used you to pitch it.
Are you gonna find me a Mr. Christmas? Spend your holidays at the Kelly Clarkson Show. Get ready. Yes.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law. How to raise children. Get out of here!
Door tap.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie on All in the Family.
Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ MeTV. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
For tonight, we are expecting some snow to develop as that cold front approaches and make it an inch on the ground by daybreak, many areas. Temperatures, as long as the front approaches and the clouds around, not super cold for this time of night, looking at lower to mid-20s. And the snow threat for Marquette on Wednesday, not big. The northerly flow and the north-northwest flow is more conducive for the heavier snows off toward the east. Areas like Munising into Sault Ste. Marie. And could get there, maybe up to 6 inches or more in some of the heavier bands. Most of you getting 1 to 3 by the end of the day Thursday. So we are looking at temperatures mainly getting into the lower to mid-20s as we head on toward Friday. Saturday and Sunday looking cold. May not get out of the teens as we head towards Sunday.
Tom, thank you again. And finally tonight, UP Health System Marquette has been recognized for excellence in child delivery care. At the 2025 Obstetric Initiative Awards, UPHS was honored for safely reducing first-time low-risk cesarean births, having averted 11 C-sections since January. The hospital's Family Birthing Center provides 24/7 care for expectant families, including those with high-risk pregnancies. The center also specializes in caring for ill or premature newborns. The award given to UP Health System Marquette highlights the collaborative efforts of the labor and delivery team, which is made up of physicians, nurses, care aides, and unit clerks. Congratulations to them. Mike, anything else tonight?
Don't forget, and it's easy to forget, the Lions and Cowboys play Thursday at Ford Field, Thursday night.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you back here again tomorrow.
When you download the Hardee's app and join My Rewards right now, buy 3 hand-breaded chicken tenders, get 3 free. Every Tuesday now through June. Get lost in the sauce, caught up in the crunch. Free tenders, only at Hardee's.
It's the Kirkish Furniture Black Friday sale, Friday and Saturday only. Lazy Boy recliners, $700 or more, take $100 off. This Mercury rocking recliner, just $398.